Hey Pisces, welcome. This is your April 2025 reading, and as you can tell by now, I've separated these readings out so that there is one video per zodiac sign because it was so difficult trying to get like that large of a video uploaded, and I've always had problems, but this was just like, okay, I can't do this no more. It was crazy. So I also am going to be doing a collective monthly reading, so look out for that. But if you do want to watch like your moon, rising, Venus signs, other zodiac sign videos, just go to that zodiac signs playlist and you can watch it from there. So let's go ahead and get started with our Pisces, and we're going to get a major theme for the month. So I'm going to get a planet, a sign, and a house here to help us out with that. Planet and then house, we'll take that. All right, so let's see what you have going on here. Okay, so we have Venus, I like that. And Pisces. All right, awesome. You are showing up here. So Venus in your sign in the first house. Okay. All right. So I feel like immediately there's this alignment with you feeling good and looking good, like feeling very pretty, loving beautiful things, enjoying who you are. Okay, and so this is also calling on you to do some dream work here. So you may want to, if you don't keep a dream journal, you may want to get a dream journal. And you can even do it on your phone if you have like the notepad on your phone, or some other electronic device that you can keep notes on, or you can just write it out in a journal as well. But yeah, the dreams may have some significance for you. So also look them up. So you'll start to see some symbols of things as well. So that may play some significant role for you this month. So definitely there are no coincidences, and you're going to be seeing a lot of synchronicities happening here. So you're being guided to pay attention and then look those things up, and there will be messages for you. Okay. All right. Yeah. So we already talked about how you're coming into a new, more beautiful version of you on the inside and outside. So I'm seeing there's also this opportunity to grow the spiritual development and evolvement as well. Okay, so what else do we have for our Pisces? So I feel like people are also viewing you as more beautiful. Okay. Okay. So yeah, there may be some things, like before I move on, there may be some things that you're doing like differently with your hair or your style, or just again, like you coming into this higher frequency, higher vibration, and you just being more beautiful and attractive to others. Okay, so we have this High Priestess coming through. The Two of Swords and the Star. Okay, so I feel like also whatever this is that you're wanting to see and that you're desiring is something that you've been desiring for a long time here, and you're being guided to keep the hope, keep the faith. And there may be choices that you have here that, one, you're thinking that you're limited in your options, and the only limit is the limits that you're imposing on yourself and what you could have. So take the limits off of it, dream big, and also listen to your intuition, because there's messages there for you, and you're going to see the different options and how much more options there are by using your intuition and going within. You may also be blocking yourself off from knowledgeable people and wisdom and guidance from others as well. So just pay attention to that, because if there is good information and guidance that your soul family or like coaches, mentors, you may even see on social media, information, education, whatever it is related to what we're talking about here, like there's other knowledge out there that would be helpful to you, but you may be like blocking yourself off from it in some way. So again, just pay attention to that and look to open yourself up. Okay. All right. So also just remember, I feel like you know this, so you don't need to remember this. You know this already, that you have everything within you already. You know this, but some of you may need that reminder. So it is showing up here that you are all powerful and you can achieve anything that you want, and you will accomplish any goal that you set for yourself if you believe, if you trust that you can. And this is also about the things that you desire. So what is it that you desire? What do you want? I feel like the universe is asking that here, with the Pisces showing up here as well. With the personality, is like, what do you want? What do you desire? What can we do for you? The universe is like coming up with this little pad, like, what can I get you? What can I get you, Pisces? And it's ready to take that down. It's ready for that. All right, so we have this Nine of Swords on the bottom, and I feel like this is a strong message for some of you to continue letting go of those burdens and let go of what is not serving you. So within that is a blessing. It's a blessing in and of itself to do that, but then it's also making room for the things that you're leaving for better things to come through and to connect with you. Okay. What else for Pisces? I'll take it. So we have the Knight of Wands and the Five of Pentacles. Okay. Okay, so also you may want to go in the direction of what you feel passionate about. If you are deciding between things and you're looking at options, first, we know there's more options than you're even thinking of and seeing at this time, and that will all be revealed to you in divine timing. Like I said, you can connect with your intuition, or you can connect with soul family, and they'll help you to see what other options may be out there that exist. But yeah, go with what you feel passionate about, the one that you feel most passionate about. And we have the Five of Pentacles here as well. So you may be getting back on track from a financial perspective. So I know it was just your birthday, so you may have spent a little too much, you may have partied a little too much. That's okay. You're getting things back on track this month. So there may be like this little period where, okay, it's a little tight right now, trying to save, not go too far into the savings. So just, we know that that's here and that's happening, and that you are going to get back on track. So that is, I want to say, a lesson to you. And just like, being more mindful about your spending. But hey, it's your birthday. You're just having a good time. Okay, so I'm just going to take the top one here since like 10 cards came out. Okay, so we have our Three of Wands here. Okay, yeah. So this is about you getting back on plan. And we talked about that budget and from a financial perspective. But also, what other plans do you have that you kind of put to the side? Right? Because this is showing that it's a journey. Whatever you desire, whatever you're planning, wherever you're going, it's a journey. And it's not about the destination. It's about the ride along the way. Okay? So this is showing there's multiple steps to your plan, to your strategy, and you should pull yourself up to a higher perspective and look at it all. Look at it from a higher perspective so you can see all that there is to see. And Pisces, you are so spiritual, so you know that there's more. So you can stay in the 3D, or you can go up to the 5D or a higher dimension, and you can look at it from a higher perspective. You can also just take look at it from a more objective viewpoint as well. That could be helpful to you as well. But yeah, this is about looking at the full picture, the full plan, and your approach to that, and recognizing and realizing that it is a plan, and it is, there's going to be milestones and steps along the way. So just start to map that out for yourself. And go by what feels good to you and what you feel passionate about doing and feel inspired to act on. Go by that. So what else for a Pisces? Wow, I'm just going to take that because that's the second time that happened like that. All right, so we have our Queen of Swords here. Okay. With the Knight of Pentacles. And also the World. Okay. Okay, so I feel like things are going to become more and more clear as far as what your plan is and what approach you should take. So no worries there. Like if you're feeling a little cloudy, you're feeling like you're not quite sure, all will become clear and you will know because you already know. It's just a matter of you seeing it and connecting with it. So all will become clear. And I feel like there may also be, there's definitely opportunity for you to close out old cycles and old chapters and allow new ones to begin. So what needs to be left behind, Pisces? Yeah, so there's some things that you can let go of that aren't serving you anymore. And you can go into a new chapter being who you want to be, feeling how you want to feel. Okay, so let's get a couple oracles here. So we have break free of your negative patterns. I love that because that is what we just said here about letting things go that aren't serving you. Work with your angels. We touched on that. We touched on you connecting more with your intuition and source. We have possibilities. Yeah, you know all that exists. You have. So everything is available to you and more. So don't limit yourself. Don't limit your beliefs. Don't limit what the abundance is that is yours. Don't limit that. And you do that, you limit it by being like very specific and requiring certain outcomes. That's how you're limiting it. Because if you're saying, and I gave this example already, but just really quickly, if you like want $1,000 and you're asking the universe for $1,000, well, first, don't put an amount on it. Second, just practice, do the things that you do to manifest, and we're doing that every second of the day anyway. But just as an example, like you would feel the feelings of what it's like to be more abundant and to have more wealth and prosperity and be more financially free, and put those thoughts out into the universe, provide that to the universe as something that you want to experience and you desire, and then stay in the vibration of those feelings. And that is how the universe knows, like, okay, yeah, let me get this for Pisces, let me provide this to Pisces. And you never know, the universe could be conspiring to send you $10,000 or $10 million or $1 billion. You never know. Okay, so don't limit it by trying to control the outcome. Okay, so we have professional wellness with knowing your worth is essential. So I'm also hearing that there may be even more opportunity for you to get some rest and relaxation in. So there may be like some contrast at work, or just it may be a little overwhelming, or you may be doing a lot of overtime or doing a lot as it comes to that, or like have a side hustle that you're trying to do in addition to work, in addition to taking care of family members. So just find the time to take care of yourself and incorporate more of those self-care practices. And you respecting yourself and who you are and everything that you're doing is knowing your worth. Okay. Okay, so let's go here. What do we have? So we have change with joyfulness and music. Okay. All right. So for some of you, music is actually part of your transformation here. So that is an interest that you do have. And if so, go for it. Others of you, music can help you in some way to bring joy to your life and more fun and creativity, right? And more rest and relaxation, as we were talking about. So maybe it's about just relaxing and putting on your favorite playlist. So we also have our transformation and change coming through as well. So yeah, we talked about letting go of the past, of anything that's not serving you, and opening up a new chapter, allowing a new chapter to begin. Because change is going to be coming here. So that's one thing that we just is inevitable. So we know that's coming anyway. But you have this opportunity to decide how you want to deal with it. Okay. We also have elevation and wings. Yes. It is time to fly. It is time to do those things that you desire to do. So I feel like some of you may have gotten a little stagnant and stuck with your dreams and what it is you want to achieve, but it's time to get back to that. Right? Okay, so let's go here. So we have acceptance and growth, wisdom and discomfort and contrast, right? So this is telling us and showing us that within your growth, within those periods, that discomfort that you may have, that contrast, those challenges, within that is the opportunity for wisdom and strength and knowledge. So don't shy away from that, embrace it, and view it as an opportunity to learn and grow. And you can even ask yourself, okay, what is this teaching me? What am I to learn from this? Okay? See things as they are, not as you are. Okay? So I feel like this is you connecting more with your intuition, or actually listening to it, because I know you're already connected, but this is you actually listening to the messages and the guidance that you're receiving as a part of that process. So we have zoom out. I love that. Looking at things from a higher perspective, connecting with your intuition. And I feel like this is also tied to the discussion we had about dreaming and dreaming big and not placing any limits at all on what you desire. So we have reveal what needs to be seen. I love that. So this is, there may, in some cases, be some secrets that are going to be coming out and surfacing. So there may be, but I also feel like, again, this is you just learning more about what there is to see in different scenarios and situations. Okay? So this is just in general. You're taking that higher perspective. Your third eye is open, and it's opening even more and more and more. Okay. So let's see, what else do we have for our Pisces? Okay. We have the Queen of Wands here. Okay. So I feel like there is some divine feminine energy that's coming through and flowing to you. Yeah, you're also being guided to work on those things that you feel passionate about here. Okay, so I feel like for some of you, this is home and family, and wanting to do more, to structure that a little more, to spend more time with family, to do some things in a home like declutter, reorganize, move furniture around, like just get it back to that place where, like, I feel like you've been wanting to do that for a little bit of time here, and you just haven't had the time or energy, and now you do, and you will have that energy and the time to do that. Okay. What else? So I feel like that's also inviting you to spark passion in love. Okay, so if you do have someone, like, get back to the things that made you feel that passion in the first place, or do some things that spark that passion. Okay. So I'm just gonna leave it there. All right. Okay, thank you. We'll take it, and then we'll take this as well. All right, so yeah, there's definitely opportunity to have some fun and enjoyment, and this, I feel like, is something that's not expensive. So you can just have a movie night, you know, order pizza, whatever, you know, hanging with your boo, your kids. Just have fun, enjoy yourself. Enjoy yourself. So there are friends, soul family as well, that you will partake in celebration with. And this could be family, but it could also be soul family, is what I'm trying to say here. So it's not just about, like, just, you know, your partner or your kids. This is also about you celebrating and enjoying yourself with friends and with other individuals that may be close to you. So we have Ten of Swords. Okay. And Temperance. And the Nine of Wands. So I feel like this does need to be said, like, rest assured that your efforts are noticed and you're doing a great job so far, and you're being guided to do more do more as you feel inspired to do it, because you're trying things and it's like making tiny steps toward progress. But this is like, yeah, keep trying, because look how far you've come. Look how far you've come, and you're almost there. You're almost there, but you must keep trying. You must keep going. And this is about like finding that inspiration and passion to do so. So what is it that you can do to keep the passion, to keep your focus on your dreams and what you want to accomplish? What is that going to take? Because whatever it's going to take is what you're being guided to do. For some of you, it is letting go of burdens. Letting go of burdens and focusing on the present moment. So mindfulness is coming to mind. So you may want to check mindfulness meditations, or if you have a practice to be mindful, do that. Do that. So this is also a reminder that your guides are here, divinely orchestrating things with your higher self and source. So all will come into balance and things will all be balanced. So I feel like some of you may even be having a lot of anxiety right now, but just trust that things will come into balance. And you're being guided to focus on the present moment, because when you're experiencing that anxiety, it's typically because you're focused on the past or you're focused on the future as opposed to focusing on the present moment. So there could be some affirmations that you look up to help you focus on the present moment, to help you know that you are safe, you are unconditionally loving and loved, and you are protected. So you may want to repeat things like that to yourself to stay in the present moment. Okay, so what else do we have for our Pisces? Excuse me. And give me like 2 more cards, please. Thank you. All right. So we have our 7 of Wands and 9 of Pentacles. All right. Okay. Yeah, so you may even be feeling a little defensive at times this month. So just recognize and realize that there may be opportunities for you to grow in whatever situation has you feeling this way. So when you are defining things as negative, that is an opportunity for you to actually reframe the situation into something positive. And you can do that by just asking yourself, what is this here to teach me? Why am I experiencing this? What am I to learn from this? That'll help you try to reframe it into something more positive and look at the opportunities within it and take those opportunities and focus on those opportunities and those lessons and move forward, as opposed to focusing on any negative things or things that you're defining as negative. Okay. All right. So I feel like you are getting back to your financial foundation and continuing to work on that. So some of you may have gotten a little off track. I think we talked about that. But yeah, if we didn't, then some of you may have gotten a little off track with your budget and with your savings and things that you're trying to do, and your legacy, your financial. But there is opportunity for you to get back on track here. And I see you getting back on track and focusing more on what it is you want. It's kind of like your ideas, your goals, your dreams, you kind of put aside a little bit because you got distracted here. But that's okay. That's okay. It happens. And now you're going to find yourself getting back into that space where you feel more aligned. Okay. So I feel like it would also help you to just be appreciative of where you are and how much you've accomplished. Okay, so this is really about, so I feel like some of you might beat yourself up a little bit because, you know, you did get off track, or you did need to spend, or you did need to go in a different direction. And this could even be related to love as well. I'm seeing finances, but it could also be related to love. So just take it however it resonates, but just being appreciative of who you are, the beautiful person that you are, and all of your beautiful qualities, or just the things that you've accomplished thus far. And restructure that, reorganize that, re-strategize in a way that allows you to create something great, because there's so much more abundance available to you. But if you're sitting here with your head down, not even looking at your blessings that you already have, there's none that can come through to you because you're not recognizing blessings at all. And I'm not saying, I'm just giving that as an example. I'm explaining what's happening in the card because I know you're appreciative and I know you're thankful. But this is just about like recognizing that and feeling that and showing it to the universe and all that you do. Okay, and that's the start of, again, that abundance, getting that abundance free flowing back to you. All right, so hopefully I explained that well. Okay, what else for Pisces? Okay, so we have this Page of Pentacles here. Yeah. So I feel like you're definitely focused getting back to getting your finances back in order or getting them back aligned. And it's not that like some of you, they're out of order. It's more like, again, you may have spent a little too much or you may have not stuck to the budget like you were supposed to, and that may be setting you back. You may be like, oh shit, now I have to, save for 2 more months instead of 1 more month. So it's just you getting back aligned with your plans and your goals and remembering the dreams that you do have about the things you want to accomplish. Okay. So there may be also some knowledge that you could gain here. So there may be, again, and I think we did speak to Soul Family earlier and them assisting you. If not, then there could definitely be some Soul Family out there that, excuse me, you can connect with that has like good advice for investment and budgeting, for side hustles or other opportunities. So there's definitely maybe some soul family that you can connect with that can give you some ideas on what you can do to help build your finances. Okay, thank you. All right, so what else do we have? 4 of Cups. Interesting. Okay, and the 2 of Wands here. Okay, so I feel like you may feel like some of you, so this is not going to be all of you, but some of you may feel like the options in front of you that you see are just like not the best and not any that you want to experience here. But I do feel like, again, with the appreciation and the gratitude of what you already have and what you've already accomplished, and maybe even thinking like before when you've tried to save, or before when you tried to save, I'll just stick with that example. I was going to go somewhere else, but before when you tried to save and you were able to do that successfully, what did you do? How did you do that? So thinking in those terms and taking that as a strategy, along with some other things, some new ideas, new information, new knowledge and wisdom and experience that you've gotten, and making that into something great is what you're being guided to do, right? Because I feel like some of you are like, I don't really even feel like doing this anymore. I'm tired of this. But you are being guided to stick with it, to stay with it, because you have goals that you're trying to accomplish here, and you're going to accomplish them, and you're going to be successful. But we just need you to get back motivated, get back into it, get back inspired. So what is going to help you to get back inspired? Okay. So let's see. I kind of want to go here. Oh, you know what? I don't think we got any of these yet, so I will start here. All right, so we have seek out supportive people. We talked about that. Absolutely, for sure. We have reinvent yourself and evolve. Wonderful, because I believe we did speak to spiritual evolvement during this month as well. And then we have heal and restore past relationships. Okay, so I feel like you coming from an unconditionally loving place. This, you may not have the opportunity to connect and heal relationships with some from the past. You may not have that opportunity, but you can also send them unconditional love. And you can, from your perspective, allow those like negative connections, cords to dissipate and to go away. And again, send them that unconditional love and connect with the higher self of them. Okay, so both of your higher selves connecting and resolving and coming together in unity. Okay, so you can definitely do that to help to restore and heal. What else do we have? Okay, so we have integrity and retreat. Okay, yeah, so we did talk about getting back to those self-care practices, and we even talked about incorporating music into that if that's sounds good to you and something you desire to do. But this could quite literally be, and I feel like I was going to say this earlier, and then I was like, well, no, because Pisces already probably had enjoyment and rest and relaxation. But there may also be another opportunity for like a trip, like a spa trip or a day trip or a weekend trip, or just something where you are able to get more rest and relaxation in. So if that is the case, definitely take that, because that is showing up here. And then we have integrity. So I feel like this is guiding you to stay true to you and who you are. And that means you being very spiritually evolved and connected with your intuition and source already as a Pisces. So get back to that. Get back to your authentic self is what this is saying. What else? We have change is the essence of life. Be willing to surrender what you are for what you could become. I love that, because we also have a message of change here. So this is you, Pisces, raising your vibration. Okay? And that's what you came here to do. So we have stop assuming things aren't attainable. You decide that. I love that as well, because that is what we were speaking to as far as not limiting yourself, not forcing a particular outcome because you have no idea what the universe can provide to you, and trust that it is a million times better than what you would be limiting yourself to have. Okay, so what else do we have here? Be bold and make the first move. Okay, and then we have assess the situation. So I feel like this would be assess the situation and then be bold and make the first move, right? Because you want to do what feels good to you and what feels right to you. So if you have that passion, your passion is ignited and sparked in some way by a situation or by a person, and you are evaluating that and you're like, okay, like everything's good, like I know, you know, I feel like this person is interested or whatever, then go ahead and make the first move. And that doesn't just have to be about a romantic situation, but I'm just using that as an example. But yeah, it is time also for you, for things that you feel passionate about and enjoy doing. And we talked about you considering those things and getting back to the dreams that you have. And this is also what that's talking about. So your dreams, your goals, your passions, be bold and take inspired action toward them. Okay, Pisces? All right, so those are the messages I have for you. Please like, share, subscribe, and leave me a comment to let me know how this resonates. Thanks so much for watching. Take care, and we'll talk soon.